Today we're going to talk about putting in one of American Powertrain's Hydramax systems. This is a hydraulic clutch system, and we're going to put it in with a TKO and a 1968 442. Primary thing we're going to cover today is getting the specs right on the hydraulic throwout bearing, but I wanted to take a moment just to show you some of the components of the hydraulic system so you can get a good understanding of how it works. Just to give you a good idea, the system works a lot like a brake system. You've got a master cylinder, much like your brake system. It's going to move fluid through a line into a hydraulic slave. This works a lot like a brake caliper. Fill it with fluid, a piston's going to come out and push this bearing into the fingers of your clutch. So you're eliminating the fork, all the mechanical linkage. This is all that's required to actuate the clutch. It's very clean, leaves a lot of room for components like big headers, and it works flawlessly, very smoothly, and it's easy to put in. One of the challenges putting one of these in is getting the measurements right so that you know you have the right gap, so that you know that it's set up to push the fingers the right amount. So we're going to show you the process of taking those measurements and then putting the component in the car. All right, the trick to setting up a hydraulic throwout bearing in one of these cars is to set the spacing much like you do with a mechanical throwout bearing. So what we're going to determine first is how much space we have to work with inside the bell. That space is determined by measuring from the back of the bell housing to the top of your clutch fingers. So we got a straight edge laid across here. We're going to use a bar caliper, which is something you can get from any machine shop if you got a buddy, or you can run down to AutoZone or Harbor Freight. Just about everybody carries one of these. And it's digital, reads in thousandths of an inch. And all we're going to do is put the plunger down on a finger on the clutch. Just make sure you're measuring to the highest finger if there is one. So we got our measurement there. We got 2.809 inches from the back of the bell to the fingers of the clutch. But now we have to subtract the thickness of this straight edge, which is about 100 thousandths. So we're going to write down 2.709, and that's going to give us our first measurement.